So while we're in this kind of Euro vibe or Euro segment, why not talk about Michael Schenker? Okay, one of the first thing that sprang to my mind, which was kind of weird, is Mr. Three Fingers. Doesn't use the pinky. Doesn't need to. Maybe, you could show me a video clip where he uses a pinky. I'm not aware of it. And I don't care. This guy is another incredible guitar player. From the minute I was listening to Lonesome Crow, and I didn't realize this was a 16-year-old. Okay, I lost track of him. He played on 2 tracks on Love Drive. I think Coast to Coast was one of them. And I don't know, is there a song on there called Holiday or something like that? Well, he was on Coast to Coast, exchanging riffs with Matthias Jobs. Then Michael Schenker Group, I was a big fan. I was a huge fan of Michael Schenker Group back in the mid-'80s or whatever. I had like 3 or 4 of his albums. But here's the thing, I didn't know about UFO. I was kind of vaguely aware, and everybody's heard Doctor, right? And everybody's heard Rock Bottom, right? I mean, everybody who listened to the hard rock station in their town, they know these songs, but maybe they don't know that they're UFO, right? So anyway, at some point I get what? Phenomenon, Obsession, and Force It. I get these 3 records. I don't remember the order. All I knew is I really liked Lonesome Crow, and that Michael Schenker, I had heard he was a guitar player in UFO, so I went and checked these records out, and it was like way later. It was like 8 or 10 years after these records came out. And I realized what a great band UFO had been. Definitely one of my favorite 70s bands. Maybe one of my all-time favorite bands. Now, I didn't have No Heavy Petting. I don't know why. Maybe I did. I don't remember it, though. No, actually, I looked at the song list on it. I don't think I had that record. And I didn't have Strangers in the Night, which I probably should have. But anyway, just based on the 3 records that I listed there, I thought, wow, this was an incredible band. I kind of like that the vocals was not a screamer. He's more like a real singer, like just kind of like a realistic voice, if that makes any sense. And Michael was just on point with song after song, guitar solo after guitar solo. And then, I was a big fan of Michael's MSG. It was Macaulay Schenker Group at one point. It was Michael Schenker Group at other points. He's still going strong. I guess it's called Temple of Rock now. And as young as he was, let's see, he's only 7 years older than me. He's like one of the guys that's one of the guitar greats from my youth who is actually kind of almost in my age group. So it's phenomenal what he did. Well, age aside, I guess I had this weird idea of kinship with him because he was like he could have been an older brother or something, or an older cousin or something like that. Anyway, yeah, I like what he brought to the table. I will say though that out of all of his stuff, Lonesome Crow is the one that I would pick as my Desert Island record. Well, I could go back and listen to those UFO records that I mentioned, and it might be one of those too, or 2 of those, or 3 of them, or whatever. But Lonesome Crow was a really special record. The lineup of the Scorpions would totally change from there, but they had a really fine drummer. It was almost a jazzy sort of feel. And that's one of those great albums. So that's what I think of Michael Schenker. He's another one of those guys, like Yngwie, can do, or Uli, that sort of bridge the gap between sort of classical and blues. Okay.